the rally. The Jags made a major move today. As a matter of fact, BMAC, they made a couple. Retaining Doug Marrone as their next head coach, but it's not all. Tom Coughlin will be above him as the executive vice president of football operations. And Coughlin, of course, has very strong ties to this organization. He was the first head coach that the Jacksonville Jaguars ever had way back when they became an expansion squad in the 90s. As a result, we sound the alarm bells. It's overreaction time, BMAC. Will Marrone be on a short leash under Tom Coughlin? And is it possible Coughlin could eventually one day appoint himself the head coach of this Jaguars squad? Or is that line of thinking maybe a little bit of an overreaction?
Yeah, overreaction, because if they really wanted Tom Coughlin to be the head coach, if he really wanted to be the head coach, why not just hire him?
Point.
Right? So what's the expectations of this organization when you think about short leash? I mean, Gus Bradley got 4 or 5 years, right? And I felt that was a little too long. So if you're willing to stick it out with Gus Bradley, the same can be said for Doug Marrone. I understand he's not that household name when you look at some of the options that were available. I was surprised to see them put a stamp on who their head coach was so fast. But, you know, they feel comfortable with Marrone. The players may like him. He may be a player coach. He may be one of the guys over in the facility already. Sure. So this was more so a move that was more so about comfort than expectation, because me personally, if you wanted to remove yourself from the Gus Bradley era, why do you hire a guy that was under Gus Bradley?
I guess the prevailing wisdom is that Marrone has said, I'll work with Blake Bortles and try and make him the franchise quarterback that you all envisioned when you drafted him 3rd overall. Is Bortles maybe handicapping this franchise right now, as it seems they're still tied to him?
Well, if the Jaguars signing and hiring Marrone as the head coach because of Blake Bortles and his desire to work with Blake Bortles, then no question. No question. There are other quality candidates that are available.
Right.
So I'm not saying, I understand they went through the interviewing process. They interviewed a few head coaches. But to make their decision now, and like you said, the rumors that we're hearing is that he backed Blake Bortles 110%, and that was the final word they needed to hear from him.
Well,
me personally, I think so.
Tom Coughlin's now the new boss of the football operations there, so I guess it's up to him to decide whether or not Blake Bortles is the quarterback of the future, who Doug Marrone might be working with as the new Jags head coach.